What's up? What's up? What's up? Let's scoot over a little bit. Hi guys. Welcome back to the channel. And I know I'm looking really crazy today, but it's raining, cats and dogs. My head is all wet. Yada 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 yada. Couldn't even go to work today because it was raining and people's houses is flooding, and my DAs, my dental assistants, going through it, unfortunately. So sending out all prayers to everybody in New York who is going through like flooding right now, you know. But yeah, it's getting down. It's been raining non-stop since yesterday. I think the rain might have started like 8, 9 o'clock and it hasn't stopped. But you know, today I want to give us some positive vibes, of course. Today's message is show the fuck up even if you feel like throwing in the towel. Show up even when you feel like throwing in the towel, because guess what? Throwing in the towel ain't gonna do nothing for you. A lot of people out here going through it. A lot of people out here stressing, struggling, you know, check to check, living in poverty, don't know if they can make it to tomorrow. A lot of people giving up their dreams, giving up hope. So much going on in the climate of the world, and people just throwing in the towel. Don't let that be you. This is a message from me, Dr. Cheetahs. Yes, I'm looking crazy today, but the message still is gonna be show up even when you feel the lowest. Those low moments, those times when you show up when you're your weakest, is gonna make you much stronger than you've ever been. And that's the thing about being strong and strength and diligence and discipline, is doing it when you least feel like it. That is the most important thing. So if you in a season where your journey is looking bland as fuck, I'ma need you to still show up. I'ma need you to not throw in the towel. I need you to hold on to that towel so tight that nobody can pull it away from you. That towel is your dreams. That towel is your goals. That towel is your future self. And y'all already know how I feel about the future self. You can't sleep on your future self. It doesn't matter what you're going through. You cannot sleep or give up on yourself, because giving up is only going to put you 10 steps behind. Now me, sometimes I feel like throwing in the towel. Sometimes I even say, listen, I'm finna throw in the towel, girl. But I don't do it. But it's okay to feel like, dang. It's okay to feel down. It's okay to feel like, damn, fuck this shit. But then I need you to remember who the hell you are. Remember why you started. Remember where you came from. And I need you to pick that towel back up. I need you to hold on to it. Wipe the sweat off your face. Wipe the tears out your eyes. And keep going. Let's stay focused today, guys. We have to stay focused this week. And I say that by every week that I'm going through right now. I'm like, this is the hardest week ever. This is the hardest week ever. But what happens is, when you keep saying this is the hardest week ever, versus you control your week, you control your time, you control your energy, you control your positive vibes, you control all of that. Nobody can control it but you. Nobody can control that but you, right? So in this journey from hood to hood, we're going to go through those days. We're going to go through those ups. We're going to go through those downs. We're going to go through the changes. We want to do this. This is hard. You want to switch to this. But stay focused on what makes you truly happy. I see too many people getting caught up in things that don't make them happy. And they do it year after year. This might be a job. More than anything, it's mostly people getting caught up in jobs that they hate. That's not really fulfilling their gifts. Not really fulfilling their purpose. Not really making them wake up every day and feel happy to be alive. It's like, I had a patient, and he was so pessimistic, but he was like a realist. He was like, oh yeah, I'm just getting older every day and I'm just waiting to die. And I was like, dang, you retired? He was like, yeah, I retired a while ago, but I'm just waiting to die. And he wasn't that old. And I was like, dang. I'm like, do you travel? He just didn't find joy in anything. And the thing that for him was that his job had sucked all of his youth out. His job had sucked all of his life out. And then he called work a scam. Now, you know me, I already know this as Dr. Cheetahs Sunflower. You already know I know the history. You already know that I know this shit is a scam. which is why I made the transition that I'm making now, that I can't reveal to y'all now, but I'm gonna reveal it to you when we get out of this, when we escape this part. But you already know that I know it's a scam. You want your seat back, sir? You want your seat back? Oh, okay, thank you. But yeah, you already know that I know that this is a scam, right? So we have to just continue to show up, even in the face of adversity. This reminds me of going through the doctoral route. Everything is hard as fuck. That's why I say everybody can't be a doctor. Some people just don't even have the willpower to go through what it requires. When you show up in those rooms with everybody trying to win, you can't be the slacker. This goes to your life right now. Right now, you might be slacking on yourself. You might be fucking sleeping on yourself. But guess what? Somebody's going to be working harder than you. Somebody's going to outwork you. Someone's going to show up when they didn't feel like it. Someone's going to show up on their bad day. Someone's going to show up and show out, even at their worst times in life. And those are the people, mark my words, those people right there are the winners. I'm one of those people. I'm going to show up in the face of adversity. I'm going to cry. I'm going to be down sometimes, but baby, believe me when I tell you, this doctor does not give up. You think I could make it from the hood, from poverty, from disadvantage if I don't show up? It's impossible. What I'm telling you, it's impossible for you to win if you don't show up for yourself, if you throw in the towel every time something happens, and if you don't realize this is your planting season. I'm not talking to the people who are already harvesting their hard work. I'm not talking to the people who already got success and they got whatever they set their goal out to achieve and they achieved. I'm talking to the people who losing faith, who losing hope, who don't want to show up no more because they're tired of showing up and they don't seem like they're getting results. I need you to remember how a seed grows. I need you to remember that seed starts with a lot of dirt on top. I need you to remember that dirt is placed there intentionally. That dirt is going to be the nutrients that you need. That dirt on top of the seed is going to be the energy that you need. The food that you need. Those struggles, those bad days, those trying days, those difficult days, that is the nutrients that you need to show up for yourself. That's when you prove it to yourself. People say, I got shit to lose, not shit to prove. But you do got to prove it to yourself. Prove to yourself that this is what you truly, truly want. Prove to yourself, even if there's millions of people who want what you want, you gonna go the hardest that you ever went to prove it to yourself, right? So that's why you can't throw in the towel. Look at me, I always talk about this every day as a micro streamer, I call myself. I'm a millimeter streamer right now, baby, but believe me, I'm gonna keep going. Because true gold diggers don't stop. They keep going, they keep growing, they keep showing up, and they keep all of that positive energy flowing. Sometimes you're going to take a dip down into negativity lane, but if you real about yourself, you're going to keep showing up. You're going to keep showing up. So with streaming, I know, and this morning I was listening to a podcast with a top streamer, because this is like one of my long-term goals, like to really build a community, to really like stream, to really like connect with my people every day, which is why now, even though I don't really have the time all the time, today I got time because I can't go to work because we flooded out, but the other days when I'm there 8 a.m. or 7:45, 7:30 to like 7:30 at night, I have to make time to do what I truly, truly love. I can't say, well, you know, I love dentistry, I'm just gonna give up on streaming because this is too... No. I'm like, nah, I gotta find some time. I have to find some time, even if it's just 15, 20 minutes just to check in on my community. My heart is there to do the 3 to 4, because they was like, full-time streamers, you need to do 4 to 6 hours. And I kind of know that. But when you know what you have to do, and it's a little bit out of reach for you, don't just say, I'm not gonna do it because I don't have 4 hours. No, you show up until you keep working on that gift. You keep working on it. You keep showing the fuck up. I hope somebody is hearing me right now. You might need this. Keep showing up. It don't matter who laugh. It don't matter who talk about you. It don't matter who don't believe in you. The only person that has to believe in you and show up for you is YOU. Put it in the chat. I have to show up for myself. If you made it to this far in the video, put it in the chat. I have to show up for myself. Or I must show up for myself. And if you're not willing to show up for yourself, please believe me, no one else is going to show up for you. No one else is going to have your back if you don't have your own damn back. No one else is going to smile in the face of adversity if when you go through adversity, you crumble apart. But you might have some people like me. When I crumble apart, people will really know that, damn, Dr. Sean must be burning out as a doctor. So I don't want you to like get burnt out and then you just keep going. If you're getting burnt out, showing up for yourself sometimes means just relax. Some people don't know that showing up for yourself isn't always about hustling harder. It's about being smarter with everything. It's about hustling harder, hustling smarter at all times. So showing up for yourself might be, oh, you know what? Myself might need to relax today. You got to know yourself. If it's too much, take a chill pill. That chill pill break, that time that you give yourself to relax and recuperate, is going to be everything, right? It's going to be everything. I'm telling you, everything. Everything. And next year, when we drop the Hood to Hooded transformation series, it's going to show behind the scenes of what I'm dealing with now, and it's also going to show you the transformation of how I went from now to next year, how I went from my present to my future, how I planned it, how I spoke it into existence, how I manifested that thing to come to reality. You have to manifest it to come to reality. Otherwise, you'll fall weak and you'll fall down every time. Every time. Okay? You'll fall down every time. And I don't want nobody to be weak when it comes to believing in yourself. You can be a little weak when it comes to, pushing towards your goals because you might be a little tired. But when it comes to believing in yourself, don't get weak. And if you do get weak sometimes, make sure you keep a heavy hitter squad behind you. Because when I fall down, and I'm like, if I send out a distress message, guys, and I'm like, hey, help me, I don't know if I could do it because I didn't come from a household where my parents set me up to have a life of legacy, we'll call it. I came from a household where everybody has been, tainted with generational curses of not following your dreams or believing that you are limited to only this amount. Not saying that there is no limit on your dreams. I came from a household where I didn't have parents in the house. So I can't even say, well, I didn't have parents in the house. That's the type of household I came from. And it's a lot of people who come from that. Who come from grandparents raising them. Who come from foster care. I didn't go to foster care, but I did go through custody battles and moving from home to home. So I know about all of that. But even none of that was enough for me to say, you know what? I'm not going to try. You know what? I can't do this. You know what? I'm not going to go hard. You know what? Because of this, I can't become a doctor because I don't have the same opportunity. No. I was like, no, I have to do this. In my head, it had already been done. The hard work hadn't been done. But the dream of me envisioning the future self was there. It was there. And then I had to fill in the pieces and retrofit what I thought I needed to get to that point. So whatever your goal is in the future, I want you to think retrospectively. Like, picture yourself in the future. And then think about yourself accomplishing those goals and what steps would it take for you to get there. And then do those steps. You might not be great at doing those steps all the time, but try your fucking best. Try your best. That's all you can do. That's all I'm asking is for us to wake up, try our best. And if you fall weak, don't give up. And if you fall weak where you do feel like you're giving up, make sure you keep your squad, your community, your family, your close loved ones around. Because they sometimes can encourage you out of that funk that you're in. They sometimes can encourage you and uplift your spirit and you're like, dang, I really needed that. So to the person out there who really needs this today, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. I need you to wake up and feel good about where you come from. I need you to wake up and feel good about where you're going. Even if you're not where you want to be right now, I need you to wake up right now and know that you got this. Dr. Shauna said I got this. Dr. Chiefus said I got this. I know that you got this. I know that you're more than you're putting out. I know that you can accomplish more. For me, I know I can accomplish more. With this streaming thing, I look at this as something that I really like to do. And I know I was listening to the podcast this morning, and he's like, there are almost 7 million streamers, right? That's how many people go live. Almost 7 million people are streaming. And then he was like, out of those 7 million, I think it's only 20%. When most people stream for the first time, they don't go back. They'll start, but they don't go back. So it's like a low percent that go back. So that's already awesome. So if you continue to show up every day, you already different. So for me, if I show up every day, grow every day, learn from my mistakes every day, I know I have to get a schedule with streaming. I'm learning all of these different things. You need a schedule, you need this. So I'm gathering all the things that I need. Even if I can't do it, well, I can't say I can't do it. Maybe my schedule has to be a little later. But what I'm dealing with now, it threw my whole schedule off. It threw my whole everything off. But I still show up to stream. I still make it happen. But it just threw every fucking thing off. Like, dang. I got these long hours. That kind of threw it off. My streaming, what would I say? My streaming setup is all jacked up. That threw it off. Multi-streaming, I figured out how to do it from my phone like I'm doing now. But sometimes that be thrown off. You see how many excuses I can have? Well, I ain't gonna do it today because it's raining. Or I ain't gonna do it today. No. I'm gonna do it today because it's raining. Because I'm gonna show up even in the rain. I'm gonna show up even in the storm. I'm gonna show up even with the doubt. I'm gonna show up. It don't matter anyway, anyhow. Hey. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show up. So it just inspires me to see those young people out there at Streamer U, like, getting it. And it just reminds me, like, you gotta love this shit. You gotta love whatever you do. You gotta love it. Like, I love dentistry. I don't like doing this corporate way, but I'm learning a lot about systems, which is what I missed in private practice, was the systems piece. So now I'm learning systems. I'm paying attention to the things that I was weak at. I'm having to go a lot faster. I'm having a treatment plan faster. Not unsafely, but a little bit faster versus like the lackadaisical private practice. You know what I mean? Because that was a flaw. I thought it was cool, but it was actually a flaw. So now I'm stepping forward, doing something different. Made myself super uncomfortable by doing this, but this uncomfortable period is only going to escalate me to a higher height. So that uncomfortable period that you're going through is only going to get you to a higher level. So don't fret, don't fear. Keep going through your uncomfortable period, showing up for yourself. But back to the streamer class I was listening to this morning, because people will think like, oh, Dr. Sean, you just be... No. I actually like study this stuff. Like, I'm studying streaming. I'm studying YouTube. I'm studying content creation. I might not be doing it to perfection right now, but I am still practicing it while I'm studying. So this morning, like I said, he was like a 6 million plus streamer. A lot of those people don't stream after the first time, because if you get 0 people in the room, it's hard to keep talking. And, like right now it's 0. But that doesn't mean nothing, because you're actually saving this for your replay viewers. So they were talking about that, and talking about how 1 million people applied to Streamer U, but very like 0.00 something percent got in. And that's okay. In dental school, that's the 1%. It's like you apply to all these schools, but only a certain little percent get in, only 1% get in. Those statistics would scare motherfuckers. And somebody be like, well, I ain't gonna apply because it's 1 million people. No. Don't think like that. Be the first one to apply. Be brave enough. Be crazy enough. And he said something this morning in that training. And yes, I train for streaming because I really want to be one of the top. All right. He said something this morning. He was like, you got to be delusional. And this thing is throwing me, this bonnet. Ebonic Wednesdays. But he was like, oh, you got to be delusional. That's the one secret recipe. That's the secret ingredient in the recipe for anything that you want to do. You almost have to be delusional. Because I'm going to tell you something. And I always go back to me in this doctor route, right? When I was back a teenager and I was like, oh, I'm going to be a doctor. But I'm this ghetto little girl, clubbing, going out. You know, I'm smart as fuck, but I don't really got no parents to tell me what the fuck to do. So I'm just partying with my friends. Shout out to my friends, T-Mac, Angie B, who no longer with me, but all of my friends who I party with, you know who you are. But when I was partying with my friends, they'll tell you, I'm going to study first. After that, I'm partying. So they probably was looking at, you going to be a doctor? When I was in school, like, yeah, I'm going to be a doctor. I'm in the pre-dental club. They probably was like, girl, you Delulu. You goddamn right I'm Delulu. You better be Delulu for yourself, too. You better be Delulu when those people count you out. You better be delusional when those people say you can't do it. You better be delusional when you got haters everywhere. You better be delusional when they clock you out of your dreams, or at least they try to. You better be delusional when they count you out, because they can't count, right? They can't count. So you have to be delusional, okay? So that's all I'm saying. Be delusional for your goals. Be delusional for your dreams. Show up when nobody else shows up, and just be you, okay? So that's the one secret ingredient for achieving massive amounts of compounding success and royalties, etc., 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 is the delusionality of it all. When it comes to me, I'm gonna be delusional about this shit. You gotta be delusional, okay? And if you ain't delusional, hey, us the Lulus out here gonna get your ass. Us the Lulus out here is gonna surpass you every time. I'm the Lulu as fuck. Oh, my package is there. Yay. I'm the Lulu AF. The Lulu AF. Call me Dr. Delulu if you must. I will be that. Okay? So that's the secret ingredient. That's why 10 years ago, they're going to be like, auntie. I'm literally auntie. But they're going to be like 10 years ago when I was walking across the stage at Meharry Medical College. And it's crazy that I was walking across the stage, but before I got across the stage, and that whole time I was like blowing up on streaming on Periscope. And all my classmates was like, dang, what's that? You live? It was just so confusing because people was like, you're live? This is when live first came out. And I'm like, yeah, I'm live. And I just loved it. Like, I was like, I'm streaming at graduation. I got all those videos. And I do go back to memory lane a lot. But they're like, you streaming at graduation? Yes, motherfuckers. Yes. Back then, I loved it then. And I love it now. But, you know, I have a real career too. So I can't really stream all damn day. Not yet. Not yet. I'm not full-time yet. Right now, I would call it maybe part-time. So, if full-time streaming is 4 to 6, part-time will be 2 to 3 hours a day. And I'm hitting about maybe an hour. I hit about an hour, but it's not at consistent times. Yada, 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 yada. But I'm going to get it together because I know what it takes, and I'm studying to get what it takes. And I'm not going to give up until I get what it takes. And I'm going to speak myself into existence. Dr. Cheetah Sunflower will be a streamer, you graduate. Ow. Make sure I think I'm going to apply. Even if I don't have all the requirements that I think you need, I'm still going to apply. And I'm just going to apply every year until they just let me in. And I want to be a professor. But if I'm not, then I'll just be a student. Hopefully I'm not like 50 when it happens. But you know, last year they had an older person there at Streamer U, so that gives me a hope that he actually picked someone who was a little older. I think she was like in her 50s or 60s, so anybody can do it, guys. Don't let age count you out. Let's not go there. How age counts so many fucking people out, right? Don't let your age count you out of your dreams. Don't let any of that shit like stop you. I think y'all get the message for today. Basically, the message is what I type. Show up even when you feel like throwing in the towel. Okay? Show up even when you feel like throwing in the towel. And if you do that, you will never lose a day in your life. If you show up when you feel like throwing in the towel, nothing can stop you. Nothing will be impossible for you. Huh? I don't know. Do your thing. No problem. So show up for yourself, even when you feel like throwing in the towel. And know that every day, it might be some rain sometimes. It might be a storm sometimes. It might be, whatever. Too hot sometimes, but you got this, okay, guys? Now, I'm on here looking real ratchet. Please excuse me today. I don't want my hair to get wet, but yeah. So, make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications because you never know when I'm gonna go live, which is not good for streaming, but for me right now, y'all understand my situation. I got real life patience at this moment. I got real life, things to do. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, because that hypes me up on the channel. I'm a little millimeter streamer right now, and one day I'm gonna have 1 million followers in my community. I'm gonna have 1 million people connected and collaborating, and we're gonna have our own ecosystem. I'm just gonna speak it into existence, and until that day, hey, yeah, we're going from hood to hooded, baby. If we're going from hood to hooded, I think I already went from hood to hooded, but after hooded, there's another level of Delulu that I'm trying to reach. So where all my Delulus at? Where my delusional as fuck people at? Where my Delulus at? So yeah, I'm about to go do some laundry. I gotta go pick up a package. I'm gonna work out later because I normally do my 5 a.m. but this rain shit messed me up today, y'all. I was like, shit flooding, can't go to work. I was like, I'm not going to the gym. But that was an excuse. But I'm gonna go later today, get my little workout on. I'm not gonna tell y'all when I'm gonna be back live because these days be doing their own thing. So I would just see y'all later. Okay? Bye! This is Dr. Cheap the Sunflower. Adios.